Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be filming a different kind of video for you guys. I'm taking you guys through my fitness journey, how I got started, why I got into fitness, and then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I lost some of my fat and how I gained some muscle. So I'm going to be giving you guys a little behind the scenes, behind my life of how all of that got started. I know this has been a really requested video. I get a lot of questions on it, so I decided that I'm finally going to sit down and film this for you guys. And then I did go on my Instagram and I asked you guys to send me any questions you had relating it that I hadn't answered before so that I could answer those at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. Any questions that I don't answer throughout the video explaining my journey, I will be answering at the end. Let's get right into it because this video is already going to be really long and I don't want to make it forever, so let's get right into it. So before I get started, I did want to give you guys a little background on me. I am 24 years old and I recently just got into fitness about a year ago, but growing up I was never the athletic type. I didn't play any sports. I ran track in middle school for like 1 year, so I don't even think that that counts. But I wasn't athletic at all. I was very skinny. I'll post pictures throughout this whole video so you guys can see. I was basically like a stick. I was super flat in the front, super flat in the back, and it made me so insecure. I would wear jeans or shorts and like my back would just blend into my butt and blend into my legs, and I hated it. I hated how I look. I was so embarrassed and I was so ashamed with the way that I looked that sometimes I would wear shorts under my jeans just to make it look like I had something, or I would stuff my bra because I was just so embarrassed. And it's so sad to think now that I did that I just wasn't happy with how I looked and I wasn't happy with how I felt about myself. And I just saw all these girls like around my same age and even girls younger than me, and they were so curvy, and I was like, why can't I look like that? I could eat so much junk food at the same time, drink so many sodas, have so much sugar, and I would just not gain any weight. Fast forward to when I'm in college. It was like my sophomore year of college. I just started gaining weight like crazy. I got my first car. I would go out to eat all the time with my friends. I was working at a restaurant, so I was eating out all the time. And eventually it just all started catching up to me. I wasn't 14, 15, 16 years old anymore, so the weight eventually it did catch up. It was adding on. I didn't really notice it on myself, but other people were noticing it. I remember a few years back, I think it was like 2017, dating my now boyfriend, and we moved in together, and I didn't really know how to cook, so I would just make things that were easy. I would eat a lot of fried food. We would eat out a lot, and all that weight, it was catching up. I was eating so many calories and I was eating so much unhealthy stuff. I wasn't taking the proper care of myself. I don't even think that I would drink like a glass of water a day. It wasn't until like, I believe it was 2018 that we had a major hurricane in Florida, and that power had gone out, so there was no electricity, and it was so hot in the house. So I was walking around in like these super short shorts and a sports bra, and I just looked at myself and I was like, oh my god, I've really let myself go. Like, I would just have so much fat hanging out everywhere. My arms felt huge, like my rolls in the back would just squish. I remember even my dad said something. He was like, wow, like, you know, not in a mean way, but in a like, I've never seen you like this and you've really let yourself go. And it was at that moment that I was like, I have to do something. I have to change for the better. Like, if I just keep going down this road, it's going to get to a point where I've gone too far that I'm not going to have the motivation to work on myself. I started working out. So my grandparents had a neighborhood gym in their complex, so I started going there. I was very insecure. I didn't want anyone to see me, so I would literally go at the times where the gym was empty and there was no one in there. I would not run because I couldn't even run. I would be on the treadmill for like an hour thinking that that was going to help and that was going to do something. I did that for like a few weeks, and then I saw no change. Started looking more into it. I started following all these fitness influencers, watching all these videos on YouTube, and I started getting more knowledge behind it. I realized that I needed to change what I was eating, because when it comes to fitness and when it comes to losing weight and gaining muscle, so much of it is based on your nutrition rather than the working out and the exercise itself. So I just went to the groceries, I bought stuff, I started making my own meals, I started eating a lot of grilled chicken, I stopped eating fried food, eating like brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, started including a lot of protein in my diet. I would have protein shakes, I would snack on like Greek yogurt, fruit, protein bars, rice cakes. I would have like oatmeal for breakfast. I cut out all soda. I used to drink so much soda, so much Coke. I cut that out completely. I only drank water, and that's just where it started. And I kept working out. I included a lot more weightlifting versus cardio into my training, and I kept doing that for like a month, 2 months, and I saw really big changes. And I was like, oh, okay, fine, I feel a lot better, I look a lot better, like I'm done. And that was my mentality. I thought like, oh, I'm good. I got to the point where I am. I'm not going to gain the weight back. Like, I'll just keep going, like eating this good, and I don't have to work anymore, and it'll be fine. Which is such a bad mentality to have. Fitness is an everyday thing. It's like a lifelong journey. You can't just work out for a period of time and be like, oh, okay, I achieved the body I want, like I can finish now and it'll stay like that. Like, it's not. Muscle deteriorates. Don't keep up the healthy eating habits and you go back to how you were eating, you are going to gain that weight back. Fitness is something that you have to work on every single day, but I didn't know that, so I stopped working out for a little bit. And it wasn't until the next year in like February, it was for my dad's birthday, I went out with my sister because we were having a party for him, and we went out to find something to wear. And I was going to so many stores and I was trying on so many things, and nothing fit right. Nothing looked good. I felt so uncomfortable in everything I was trying on. I had gone from like a size 4 in jeans to wearing like a size 8. Like, nothing fit. I couldn't wear crop tops anymore because I just was uncomfortable with how my stomach looked. That was the moment when I was like, yeah, I let myself go again. I need to get back to working out. I need to get back to eating healthy. I can't keep going this route. My sister told me, hey, if you start working out, like, I'll start working out with you. So what I did is I bought a workout guide. I don't know if you guys know her, but Kate Taylor here on YouTube and on Instagram. On Instagram, her name's Taylor Katie. She sells workout guides. I bought her 1.0 workout guide because I needed something to like motivate me. I needed something for me to follow. I needed structure. So I bought that and I started working out at the community gym in my apartment because I did not feel comfortable going to an actual gym. I don't know why. I would just get so much anxiety just thinking about it, and we would just work out together. We would do the guide and we were sticking to it. I was sticking to my diet. I fixed my diet up again and I was doing so good. A month into following the guide, I was like, well, you know what? I think my boyfriend was working out. He was going to the gym, like an actual gym. He used to go with his friends, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable. I think I can do this. So I went. I signed up for the gym. As soon as I was stepping into the gym, I told my boyfriend, I was like, please don't leave me alone. Like, my anxiety just like went through the roof. I was like, please don't leave me alone. I don't know how to use any of this equipment. I don't know where anything is. Anxiety just like skyrocketed. I was so uncomfortable. I was on the verge of tears, and I just want to put that out there because I know a lot of people's biggest concern and biggest fear when it comes to working out is going to the gym. Like, getting there, they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to be made fun of, they don't know how to use things. And I want to let you know that I think a lot of people feel like that. I felt like that to the point where I put off going to the gym and working out for so long because that's how I felt, and I would just minimize myself to doing what I could at home or what I could at like my community complex. I was so scared. I was denying myself of so many great opportunities. So I remember that first day I told him not to leave me alone. He said, no, I won't. He went to go get some mats so we could start like warming up, and he was literally gone for like 30 seconds, and I just felt so uncomfortable. I think back at it and I'm like, wow, like I just get goosebumps thinking about it. I was on the verge of tears. I literally looked at my sister and I was like, I think I'm about to cry because I did not feel comfortable. I was so scared. I didn't want people to make fun of me. And when you think about it, people at the gym, no one really cares about that. I know personally when I go to the gym, I go there and I just like get in the zone and I focus on me. I do my workout. I don't look at the people around me. I don't think about the people around me. You know, I'm not there to make fun of anyone. I'm there to improve on myself. And I've been that person. I've been that new person at the gym before, and I know how it feels, so I would never do anything to make anyone uncomfortable. You have to think about the fact that everyone at the gym was you at one point. Everyone started from zero and got to where they are. No one was just this big muscular like know-it-all at the gym. Everyone starts from point zero. As the time went on, I started feeling a lot more comfortable. I would never go by myself. I always went with my boyfriend. I always went with my sister. I always went with a friend. For the first few months, I absolutely never entered the gym by myself, which is okay. Like, if you need a person to go with you, if you need to go at a certain time to feel comfortable, do what makes you feel comfortable. Do whatever it's going to take to get you there. So that's what I did. I kept following her workout guide. I lose a lot of fat in that time. I'm going to insert pictures here so you guys can see them. I lost about 8 pounds. Let me just say that I wasn't super, I don't want to use the word fat because I wasn't fat and I don't want to offend anyone by saying that, but I wasn't super heavy when I first started out, when I like felt uncomfortable. I was at a stage that was heavy for me. It was a weight that I didn't feel comfortable at, and it was something that I wasn't used to seeing myself like this, so I felt like I needed to work out, like I needed to do something, because I didn't feel comfortable. It was just a stage in my life that I didn't feel comfortable in. Like I didn't feel like I looked good, and I wanted to work out for myself, and I wanted to better myself, and I wanted to change how I looked, because I know when I looked my best, and I know that that wasn't it. I lost like 8 pounds. I started feeling really good about myself. I was at 148 when I first started, and then I went down to 140 within like 2 months. So I felt really good. I kept eating really healthy. I kept drinking a lot of water. I was on top of it. I was working out 5 days a week. I wasn't missing a day. I was at a point where I was like, I've lost the good amount of weight that I want to lose. Now I want to start building muscle. So I didn't know anything about building muscle. I didn't know how that worked. I didn't know the science behind macros or progressive overloading or anything like that. I didn't know absolutely anything. That's when I started doing a lot of research. I did already follow a lot of these fitness influencers on Instagram and on YouTube. I followed Whitney Simmons like regularly. I was a fan. I kept up with all of her stuff. I watched all of her videos on fitness, her fitness journey, and that's really how I started learning. And through her, I started finding all these other influencers that I really liked, and that's how I started learning. I started looking up things on my own. I started experimenting with exercises. My main goal was to build my glutes. I was like, I really want to build a butt. I've never had a butt. I got made fun of it in high school for so long. I really want to build a butt. And I want to say that my mindset when I first started working out was so wrong, because I was like, I want to improve how I look. Like I just want to work out to get abs and build a butt. And that's fine if that's what gets you to go to the gym initially, but you shouldn't work out to please other people and to be like, oh, I just want to look good so other people like me or will think that I look good. That's not the right mentality to have. If you have that mentality, it's not going to last forever. You need to be your own motivation, and you need to be your own reason why you want to work out. We're to like a month into lifting weights, and I just completely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the gym. I fell in love with how it made me feel. I felt so strong. I felt so empowering. It was like an escape for me. Any bad day I had, I could go to the gym and I would just feel so much better instantly. I stopped waking up and going to the gym to look better. I started going for like my own mental health, my own sanity. It was what kept me sane. It was what made me feel good. It was just something I personally enjoyed doing, and I feel like that's when it all changed for me, and that's when it all clicked, and it didn't feel like a chore anymore. I didn't wake up and be like, oh, I have to go to the gym. It's like, all right, I'm so excited. Like, let me eat breakfast. I can't wait to get to the gym. Just want to like push out the exercise just to get it done. I started working on my form. I wanted to progressive overload. I wanted to lift heavy. I was hitting all these PRs, these personal records, personal bests, and I just felt so good, and I just kept going. I would say it was about 5 months into my fitness journey where I saw a big change in me. I started building muscle. I started seeing growth in my legs. I started seeing growth in my glutes, my back. I just started feeling so good. My boyfriend would tell me all the time. My parents would tell me all the time. Like, it's really good when you see your own progress, but when other people around you see your own progress, it makes you feel so good, because it's like, wow, I'm not the only one that's seeing it. Like, my hard work really is paying off. I started experimenting a lot. I made like a workout split. So one day I would do legs, one day I would do back and biceps, one day I would do chest, triceps, and shoulders. The next day I would do like HIIT and abs. Setting my routine out like that, and it helped to just stay on track, stay motivated, know what I had to do. I started seeing what exercises like worked for me, what I liked, like hip thrusting. Hip thrusting was my favorite exercise to build my glutes. It was something that I would instantly always feel in my glutes. I saw a big change when doing them, so I started implementing that. I started working on that. When you want to build muscle, you have to progressive overload. So you can't just always do hip thrust, always do 4 sets of 10 reps, and always do them at like 100 pounds. Because your muscle is going to get used to that, and you have to keep challenging your muscle to grow. So once I figured that out, I started setting goals for myself. Hey, I can knock out the 10 reps at that weight. Let's try for 12 reps. Let's try for 15 reps. You know, progressive overload doesn't have to be increasing the weight every time. It can be increasing the sets. It can be like just adding a resistance band to make it a little bit more harder. If you want to grow muscle, the number one thing I will tell you is you have to progressive overload. You have to keep increasing. You have to keep challenging your muscles. You have to keep them guessing. You can't let them get used to a certain thing. I started doing that. I started continuing to see lots and lots of results. So that's when I started looking up into the whole bulking and cutting phase. A bulking phase is where you eat more calories than you burn, and a cutting phase is where you burn more calories than you eat. So when you bulk, it helps increase muscle. You know, you're eating a lot more, you're fueling your muscles more, so they grow. While you are going to be growing your muscles, you are going to be eating a lot more, so you are going to be gaining a little bit of fat. And that was something that I was okay with, because I was like, you know what, I've gotten to a point where I'm happy, I'm content, so I'm okay with getting a little bit of fat throughout this process if it means growing my muscles and getting stronger, because I know that once I'm done bulking, I'm gonna cut, and I know now how I can lose that all again. I hope this is making sense, because I just feel like I'm rambling, but anyways, so I looked into that, and that's when I started bulking. I started eating a lot more. I got my macros done. There's so many like online macro calculators that you can do. So I found out how many calories I had to eat every single day. I started measuring my food. I got a scale. You can buy them anywhere, like on Amazon. I started measuring my food, getting the right portions in. And that's when I saw the biggest change. I started gaining muscle, and I felt so much stronger throughout my lifts. I started bulking. I did that up until like mid-February. So I'm going to post a picture here of when I first started my bulk to the end of my bulk, and I did gain quite an amount of weight. I know that most of it was in muscle, but I know that some of it is in fat. Now I'm currently in a cut, so I'm trying to lose all that again. So, and that's where I'm at. So basically, I hope that this wasn't a big ramble. To summarize it up for you guys, I have been working out for a little over a year. I bought a workout program, so my number one tip if you are someone that's new to working out is buy a workout program. Like there's so many fitness influencers that have them. They're a great tool if you're a newbie and you don't know anything about the gym, you don't know anything about the fitness world, but you want to get into it. So many of these workout programs are more than just workouts, and it tells you science behind working out. It tells you the science behind your macros, and it gives you so much information that's so beneficial. So definitely get a workout program if that's something that's going to help you. Start eating healthier, clean up your diet. If you eat a lot of junk, I used to eat a lot of junk. I used to eat a lot of fried food. I used to eat out all the time. Change that up. When you change up your nutrition and you add in that exercise into it, you're gonna see such a big difference. It doesn't have to be like a drastic change in your nutrition. You know, start cutting out things little by little. If you eat a lot of fried foods, try just 1 week cutting out the fried food, and then the next week try cutting out the soda, and just work your way until you're at a comfortable spot. One thing that I like to do is I don't like to buy a lot of junk food. If I don't have it in my house, I'm not gonna eat it. And that's that, and that's something that's really helped. So I try and buy a lot of fruits, I try and buy a lot of veggies, I try and have a lot of protein sources. I will have my snacks here and there. I'm not saying you can't have snacks, because trust me, I will have snacks. I will still eat half of a Ben & Jerry's pint in a sitting, because I like ice cream, but it's a balance. You have to learn how to balance it. You have to learn what works for you. You don't have to completely cut everything out, cold turkey, no snacks, no junk. That's not what I'm saying. You can still enjoy those things that you enjoyed before. You just have to restrict them a little bit. You have to work around it. You have to find what works for you. You have to eat. You have to fuel your body. You cannot expect to be eating 900, 1,000 calories a day and grow muscle. You have to feed your muscles. You have to fuel them for them to grow. So find out what your macros are. Get your macros done. Eat the right amount of protein, carbs, fats, and you will see change. And most importantly, be patient. My fitness journey, and for me to get to start to finish, has taken over a year. It's not something that happens overnight. You will see change at the beginning, and as you go, you will continue to see change, but you're not going to go from 1 to 0 like this. Don't forget that all these fitness influencers and all these people you follow and all these people you see, they are in a different part of their journey than you are. A lot of them started just where you're starting. That's something that I had to tell myself a lot. I'm like, wow, she does all this and look how good she looks. I'm doing it. Why can't I look like that? They're at a different part in their journey than you are. You're just beginning. They're years into their journey. Like, you will get there, but it all takes time. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. That's a quote that I like to live by. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's not something that's easy. It's something that's gonna test you, and you just have to push through it. All right, so yeah, I think that that's it for like my fitness journey. I really hope that this wasn't just a bunch of words like spit out, and I hope I made sense. I was like trying to get my thoughts in order as I was talking about them. Okay, so I'm gonna answer a lot of those questions that I got on Instagram that I didn't get to touch on throughout the video. A lot of them I did talk about, so I'm just gonna get to those that I didn't. So someone asked, what motivates you in your quarantine? I was so motivated, yet I'm drowning back. So during this weird time of like quarantine and lockdowns, and none of us have access to the gym, I I kind of motivate myself. One thing that really motivates me is like making progress pictures, making collages of like my befores and my afters, and just reminding myself of how far I've come throughout my journey and how I don't want to let something like this like slow me down or set me back. One thing that I try to remind myself is that a body weight workout is better than no workout. Little progress is better than no progress. You know, like a 30-minute workout at home is better than no workout at all. So you just kind of have to like remind yourself that, work with what you got. I live in an apartment, so I can't motivate myself for heck to work out inside my apartment. So something that I do is I go outside. That motivates me, like being outside, having scenery, seeing all these people like jogging, walking, bike riding, working out. All of that motivates me. So yeah, definitely be your own motivation. Like remind yourself of how far you've come. If it doesn't motivate you to work out at home, like go somewhere else, go to a park, go like to a field, go outside, put on a cute workout outfit. Even though you're not going to the gym, just put it on, it'll motivate you. So yeah, I got a lot of questions about motivation, so that's a lot of it. You be your own motivation. Don't rely on someone else for your motivation, because that's where you're gonna go wrong. Because if that person isn't motivated, or if that person just wants to stop and not do it, then you're not gonna do it. So be your own motivation. You're doing this for yourself, not for others. Another question I got is if there's any workout guides I recommend. So I've only ever followed 2 workout guides. I followed, like I said, Kate Taylor's Taylor KT. I'll link her Instagram down below so you guys can check her out. But I followed her workout guide and I highly recommend. I like writing like my own workouts now, so I don't have it, but I highly recommend her workout guide. And then another workout guide I followed was the Booty Kings workout. His is really good, but a lot of the stuff that's in his guide is already like on his Instagram or on his YouTube. So I wouldn't necessarily say you have to buy it, because a lot of it already is on his social media, so definitely check him out too. He has really, really good glute workouts. Someone asked if I started at a beginner-friendly gym. So I would say that I kind of did, because I started at like my apartment complex gym, which is an at-home gym. There's minimum equipment, there's not a lot of people, so I would say yes. But I know another beginner-friendly gym is like Planet Fitness. I never started at Planet Fitness. I went straight into like a more like, I don't want to say advanced, because like all gyms are the same, but like Planet Fitness is known to be more beginner-friendly. So if you want a beginner-friendly gym, I would definitely say check out if your neighborhood that you live in has like a community gym, and definitely try that, or check out Planet Fitness. And then my camera is about to die, so I want to answer this last question. Someone asked what my current goals are. So my current goals, basically when I first started my fitness journey, I started at 148 pounds, and right now I am at 137 pounds. That is after losing weight and going down to 132, and then bulking, gaining muscle, and now I'm back up to 137. My goal right now is to lose some of that fat that I gained during my bulk. So I am in a cutting phase. You know, I want to lose some of that fat, show some of that muscle I gained, and yeah, those are my current goals. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that I wasn't a mess rambling all over the place. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my Instagram so you can see all things fitness related, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!